Well, I'm just first just so proud of these kids and our team. Their energy and effort that fourth quarter was really special. Second half, uh, you know, I thought I thought our conditioning really looked good. It's always a concern, but the way we finished the second quarter to take a 10-point lead, and then they outscored us two in the third, and then I thought, we were just a couple things. I mean, I told them in every huddle, it just seemed like the mistakes we were making that we know we're not supposed to make they make you pay every time. They were 7 for 15 from three. That's probably the only thing I look at on the sheet and I'm scratching my head over. And they're all our mistakes and things we go over, we watch film on, and it's so frustrating because I want this group to be so good. And you think, okay, coach, they won by 21. They were pretty good today. They were, but they know the things that I'm asking, that I'm talking to them about in the huddle, they can be a lot better. And that's what we're striving to be. We're trying to be perfect. We're trying to practice perfect, play perfect. It's never going to happen. I know it, they know it, but we're still trying, right? And but I thought our juice was really good. I thought Booker was just special, man. 10 assists, 3 steals, only had 2 turnovers. He had 1 rebound. That's got to be a career low. She's usually really good down there rebounding. I got to get her attention somewhere. We can't. But I thought she just, really did a great job running our team, getting us in the right stuff. They're over there running all kinds of defenses, and Book and I had talked about, and before the game, you got to recognize and then you got to attack. Whatever they're in, we got to get into whatever we need to get into, and then we need to be in attack mode. And I think she's just running our team. I think you see our kids following her lead, whatever she's doing, they're following it. I thought, y'all have heard me say this before, you win with guard play. That's why these 3 are up here today. They did a great job, really today, shooting the ball, 5 out of 10. Book was 6 out of 11, 8 for 15 for Shaylee, and 6 for 13 for Shay. We're going to win a lot of games, y'all, when our guards are shooting like that and playing like they played today. And Taylor was really good. I thought her and Dee were a great 2-headed monster today, guarding Crooks, and did a really good job on her. That kid's she's got a great career in front of her. She is hard to deal with. But I thought Taylor did a nice job of altering her shot. I thought Dee did a good job of limiting her touches. And then Dee did a good job when our guards did get beat. She altered a couple of shots by their guards driving to the lane. So we rebounded it really well, only gave up 1 live ball offensive board. That's pretty good. And so it's a great win for our kids. I'm really happy for them, proud of them. I hope they understand. I keep telling them, y'all, they have so much in front of them. They've put themselves in this position on February 17th. It would be a shame to have regrets, to not go do what you're supposed to do, to not go play and be ready to play. Like, they're good enough. I keep saying it, they're good enough. I was concerned about us being ready today. I won't lie to you. I wasn't that fired up about our shoot around. It was okay, but I just want them to, just embrace it. She's got 4 regular season games left, a conference tournament. Nothing is promised, but we're in a position now. We're 1 game behind Oklahoma in first place. There's so much to play for there. You're playing for a great seed in the tournament, 1 game at a time, 1 practice at a time. But don't take for granted, y'all, that this happens just all the time. I mean, it does, but you don't take it for granted and just assume it. Things happen. We've had something pretty dramatic happen, and yet we've had some kids really step up. And that's who they put us in this position, so I don't want them to take it for granted. We're in this position. Let's go sell out. For the next 2 weeks, let's sell out. 2 weeks for the rest of your life, and let's see where it gets us in the conference tournament and in the NCAA tournament. And so that's where we're at. And these kids are just doing it. I say that all the time. We get me a shirt made. They're doing it. because they're doing it. I mean, they're having I think you saw some kids having a lot of fun today. Book was pushing it in transition, making some great decisions. But as I told him in the huddle, it's a lot more fun when you're defending and you're getting to go in transition and you're walking it up and down trying to have to execute a half-court offense against his defense, which he's so good at creating some really tough defenses to deal with. So really, again, just appreciate our kids, appreciate how hard they played, and we can still be so much better, y'all. And that's what we're going to try to get at. We're going to try to be the best we can be.
Madison, since the team, as Coach says, isn't going to be perfect, and you've taken over some other fourth quarters too, what is your mindset going into fourth quarters? Do you view it differently, like this is when I need to push the ball, or I need to get to the rim, or I need to find them?
I mean, my mindset, like, going to the fourth quarter is the same as what it should be. Just like coming out first quarter, push the ball, run my team, and punch them in the first 5 minutes. So it's the same mindset as the first quarter.
For Shay and Shaylee, you guys have talked since the preseason about wanting to leave the Big 12 on the note you guys want to leave it on, winning the Big 12. Coach mentioned one game behind Oklahoma. Are you looking at that at all? And how much is trying to win the Big 12 standing or win the Big 12 regular season to focus?
Yeah, I mean, it's one game at a time. You can't take anything for granted right now, especially in this league with so many good teams. Anything can happen on any given night, so it's really just one game at a time, focus on who's next.
Great answer.
We'll leave it at that.
Coach, 4 out of your 5 starters of your starting 5 scored in double figures, and the only one who didn't was Taylor, but she had herself 13 rebounds. Can you talk about just the team effort that it took tonight to be able to get this win?
Well, yeah, I mean, it took everybody. Like I said, I thought her and Deanna were a great two-headed monster down there. They were 6 for 10 themselves, had 15 rebounds between the two of them, and really had to deal with a really special player. And but I kind of felt like going in, y'all, to be honest with you, and knew she was going to probably be hard to deal with. I think what I was more worried about is if we could just lock down everybody else. Like, I just didn't think she could beat us by herself. And, my focus last night and today was really, our scout, Blair had the scout, and I felt like we knew what they were going to run. I thought some of their stuff was harder to guard than others. But then my focus became, okay, how are we going to score? Like, if we got to outscore them, then let's make sure we can outscore them. And I thought, again, 10 turnovers. We only had 4 at halftime, and we really executed some good stuff. We attacked. Again, these guards played great today, y'all. Like, you win with guard play. Like, that's it. You can have all the size in the world. You ain't got any guards, you ain't winning. And our guards were really special today. Jockalinga came in, gave us a good bucket, attacking the rim. And, but you got to have guards. Like, that's it. And I've always had good guards when I've been a coach. My staff does a great job identifying them. And then when we get them, we develop them, and they become really good. And I think that's the proof in the pudding. That's the secret to our success is we've always had great guard play. And these kids up here today, these are all guards, and they really played well today and made some really good decisions, made some shots. Y'all, it's a whole lot easier to coach this game when you got some kids that can make shots. And these kids are really playing at a high level, and I'm happy for them. Like, man, they've worked so hard, and I'm just so thankful that they're here at Texas because I wouldn't trade them for anybody.
That is nice. Vic, Bill's volunteered to be the president of the Shea Holly fan club earlier. He said he's in.
Who's that?
Coach Finley. He's the
Okay.
impromptu president, yeah. Unofficial. What does she bring on both ends? And you started her, you brought her off the bench, and she just does her job. And for Shea, after he finishes with his glowing remarks about you, What's been your mindset here lately? You've been on kind of a nice tear.
Well, I said it back even when Rory was healthy. Like Shay's been, she's the glue to our team. She started for me. She's come off the bench, and in each role, she's just always excelled. Just like she's excelled in the Macomb School of Business. That's just the kind of kid she is, and whatever the role is, she just wants to win. She just tell me what I got to do, Coach. I want to win. And, she's just always accepted her role and expanded on her role. I think this year's a great example where she's really playing with confidence. She's shooting the ball with confidence. Look, man, everybody in this room knows she's had to take over being our number one defender. Like she's out there beating her brains in with 11 all night long, just guarding the crap out of their point guard, and then coming down and, oh, by the way, she goes 6 for 13, 3 for 8 from 3, had 4 rebounds, didn't turn it over again. Great job. 6 assists and 3 steals. That's a pretty good stat line. And she's filling up a stat sheet everywhere. So, again, she's what's right with college athletics, y'all. It wasn't that easy when she was a freshman. It wasn't that easy when it was a sophomore. But she just comes in and works. And this is what happens when you stay the course, you put in the work, and you stay in the picture. And that's what she's done. And unfortunately, y'all, those days are not very common for very many players anymore. Y'all know. Kid don't play her freshman year, I'm going somewhere else. Coach don't like me, they ain't playing me, whatever. So the days are over pretty much, y'all, of a kid, you think about it, of a kid working and waiting their turn or making their turn happen. It's just instant gratification. And again, Shay's what's right with college athletics. She's put in the work. She's reaping the dividends of it. And you know what? I think God shows her a little favor too because she's a great kid.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of said it. Just my mindset is I want to help the team in whatever way they need me to that night. So it might look different. It might be scoring more. It might be defending, whatever it is. I just want to fill that role. And yeah, just putting my head down and work. Like, can't be satisfied. And I'm not. So I don't think our team is anyone on our team. So really every day just going into practice, trying to be the best I can be for my teammates, bring the positive energy. But yeah, just not being satisfied, staying the course.
Tyler DeLuca with no cap space. Madison, a career high in assists today, but also getting your own scoring as well. I'm just kind of curious for you, how have you been able to kind of strike the balance between knowing when to try and go get a bucket yourself versus facilitating? And has that kind of just been a game-by-game comfortability increase as the more games go by with that increased responsibility?
I mean, yeah, I just really kind of just go within the offense. I mean, but I also love passing to my teammates, as you see. I love passing to Shay and Shaylee in the corners. But really just kind of just settling down, knowing when is my shot and when it's not, and also knowing when I should just pass it up. Because, I mean, they were hot the first half, so that's really where I got my assists from.
Yeah, Coach Bill also threw out a Kevin Durant comparison to you, Madison. So first off, how do you feel about that? And also, you had a lot of fun on the fast break tonight. I mean, you could tell when you're making those Showtime passes. How fun is it for you to be able to run the break like that?
Kevin Durant, it's kind of cool, Coach. Thank you. No, it was a lot of fun. Like Coach said, it's fun when you can, get a steal and get out and score in fast break. Makes the game a lot more fun for us.
Shaylee, after the last 4 games, what was kind of your mindset offensively? And is today, did you need a confidence booster, or were you good?
I tried to, focus on being more aggressive. I feel like that really helped me, and just driving it to the basket. We knew that they were going to foul, and so obviously just being smart and making good decisions in that.
For Coach, you talked about the fun they were having, especially late in the game. I mean, they seemed to be loose and smiling in that fourth quarter. What goes into that for you, and how much does that bleed into good basketball where they're comfortable out there?
Well, I'm certainly comfortable with them playing that way. You know, Booker makes great decisions with the ball. Shea is obviously very fast and can fill a lane as fast as anybody in the country. Shaylee's got point guard mentality and skills as well. So I think we're really blessed with some guards that can make some good decisions. We really tried to push their post players a little bit. I'm not sure we did that, but it's fun for me. I enjoy seeing them have fun. Like, that's why I do what I do. I want to see them and succeed at the highest level. They'll tell you, my frustration tonight in the huddles was mental lapses in things that we've gone over in film for 2 days in a row and 3 days of practice. Like, that was my frustration because I know how good they could be. Like, if they'd have cut that out, like we gave up, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 points on just things that we know we are not supposed to do. You know, going under a screen, going under a handoff. Like, we're just not supposed to do that, and yet we do. And so that was the only thing I really was upset about at all tonight, was because I know they can make those decisions. And but as a coach, like, that's a whole lot more fun for me to coach, and it's a whole lot more fun for me to watch, and to see them. Like, I thought Book overpassed that one, and somebody made a great layup, but I was worried that she should have stuck with it and laid it in herself. But that's how unselfish she is, to a fault sometimes. And but again, I was wrong. Y'all heard me say that. And she made a great decision. And so again, but she enjoys the assist, y'all, as much as she enjoys the make. And that's, again, so unique in today's world. Everybody's about their number. She don't care about her number. She cares about the winning number. She just wants to win. And so it's refreshing, to be honest with you. This group's real refreshing, to be honest with you. They're doing it. They're doing it the right way. They're playing hard. They just continue to find a way to get it done, and they'll come back Monday and they'll go, okay, Coach, who's next? I don't even know who's next. Who? Okay, there you go. Where do we have to go to play them? Oh, we already went up there. Okay. So we'll play them here on Wednesday, and they'll go to work, and my staff will do a great job. I think Elena's got the scout. They'll be prepared again.
I just want to see if I can get a comment from each of the players, just what it's like to be part of Coach Schaefer's 100th win here at Texas. You know, Madison, I know this is your first year with him. You've only spent, so much time with him. Shea, obviously, you've been here for a while now. So just a comment from each of you, please, of what it's like to be able to be here for his 100th.
I'll just say that it's super special, and I'm super grateful to, be playing on this team and for Vic Schaefer. So congrats, Coach.
Thanks.
Yeah. I've been here for all 100, I believe.
Yep.
So,
That's crazy.
yeah, we've definitely come a long way. It's super special to be a part of it, and I'm really happy for him and proud of him.
I'm just happy to be here. But congrats.
Yeah, Coach, on that same note, were you nervous that there was liquid in the cooler? Or
Yes.
He was. He started running away.
Yeah.
I said, Coach, no, it's just confetti.
They're still learning how to throw water around. Like, that water shower down in Houston was, it's kind of, I don't know, it was sporadic. Let's just put it that way. I won't say weak, because if it happens again, they'll make sure it comes full circle, But, yeah, I didn't, and plus, I didn't really want water on the floor. But Shaylee was real clear. She said, Coach, it's not water. Just let me get to you. So it's pretty cool. I mean, they know. I love them to death. I want the best for them. I'm demanding. I know it. They know it. I want them to be perfect. And they're great kids. They're fun to coach. And, I look forward to seeing, like, these three. Y'all want to talk about consistent? I know what I'm going to get Monday when I walk in the film room and then get on the practice floor. I get it every day from them. They're as consistent as any three I've ever had. And you got fourth year, sixth year, and a rookie. But they're as consistent as a coach could possibly want from anyone. And again, when you get really good, y'all, that's when I don't worry about anything but making sure they know where the bus is loading and what time we're loading from. And if they know that, the coach don't worry about what's going to happen in the game. He's got a lot of confidence that we're going to win. And that's where these kids have really they've been consistent. We're still fighting it with a few others, but they have been consistent throughout their whole career. And I have a great appreciation for that. I really do. One more.
Coach, I just want to see if I can get a comment, please, about the crowd tonight. Everybody coming out, big time shot, especially from the student section, but just everybody.
Yeah, if you didn't have fun at that game tonight, you ain't got a pulse. Great crowd, electric, great atmosphere. Got really loud in there. I think we had over 7,000, and these kids warrant it. I've said it all along; they deserve it. We appreciate all of our fans we're kind of starting to get those crowds now, and we appreciate them so much. They make for such a great home court advantage, and but these kids warrant it. I mean, there's no way you didn't have fun. There's no way you don't appreciate how hard these kids play, their style of play, how they go about doing things. Like, there's no way. Like, you don't walk out of there going, well, I'll see them next year. There's no way. Like, you're finding out, okay, Wednesday night, what time? When's the one after that? You just can't. I mean, the way they play the game, and it's got to be a lot of fun. If you're a mom and a dad and you got a little boy or a little girl, you can't walk out of that gym without going, hey, I want you to play like Madison Booker. I want you to play like Shaylee Gonzalez. I want you to play like Shay Holly. Like, you can't do it. Those kids are, I mean, if I'm a parent and I have a young kid, like, I'm going to say that. I could go down the list of all our kids. So you just, again, I'm proud of our kids. I love how hard they play. I love their investment. And I think, again, the good Lord's rewarding them because they are committed and they are invested in what they're doing. They're good kids, y'all. These are some really special, special young people. And, we'll give God the glory for number, 24? And get ready for Wednesday night.
Yeah, Coach, you were talking at the beginning about just talking to this team about being motivated by, creeping up on a conference championship and bettering their position in the upcoming tournament next month. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys are going to start creeping into maybe that 1 seed conversation in the tournament. How much of that do you talk to them about that and just how much that means to get a program to the level of where, to where we're talking, 1 seed level program? How much you think that motivates them?
I don't talk to them about it. All I tell them is they're smart enough to know I tell them they put themselves in a position, whatever the date is, I give them February 17th today at shoot around. I go, guys, you've put yourself in this position. We started this back in the summer. The blood, sweat, and tears, the heartache of losing Rory, figuring it out, how to keep it going. You don't want to take it for granted. And so I think they know, they know, but I don't really talk about it. We're a 1 game at a time team program. Now, the answer to the question is, I've been that program where you're a 1 seed back-to-back years. In the value of being a top seed, big difference. We got a dose of what it was like to be a 4 seed last year, and it's a big difference between that and being, different than that. And I don't want to talk about this too much because it'll jinx me, but the bottom line is they need to know how much we got to play for. But I'm not going to sit here and harp on it every day. I don't want to lose focus of Texas Tech is all we're thinking about, and that's it. If we just win the next game and then we worry about the next one and the next, like, that'll all take care of itself. I mean, I can't keep them from watching TV and reading the paper, although they don't read the paper. I do, though. I take the paper, and I always pay attention to Danny and his articles. So I always pay attention to who he's picking just so he knows. But, that's the thing is that I do remind them of how hard they've worked in the position that we're in, because I don't think you cannot take that for granted. It just doesn't happen. We're where we are today because these kids have paid the price. They have overcome tremendous adversity, not just with Rory, with Deanna Gaston being hurt, with Taylor being hurt, with Madison missing a game with a hamstring. They've done it. They're doing it. Don't take it for granted. Embrace the opportunity. These times are fleeting. There's no guarantee. That's what we talk about. And I tell them just like I just told you every day. You cannot take things for granted. And I don't. They know I don't. And so we'll just get ready for Wednesday night, and hopefully we'll be ready to play. All right. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.